Hey, Philosophix here, and in this video I'm going to talk about Hot Potato. And I think this game, I played it in America before, so I don't think it's going to be that new of a concept. And it's a very simple one too, that is very practical because you can use it with any lesson that is a question answer, just like the interview game. And it's very simple to prepare. And yeah, okay, so all you really need is like something to represent potatoes. Something to pass around, because the entire game is just the kids will sit in a big circle and you pass around small objects while playing music, and then you get to decide to turn off the music at any time you want. And while they pass the potatoes around, or the potatoes, whatever you want to choose. I use ping pong balls personally. So when they're passing it around, they'll stop where the music stops, and then the kids that have the potatoes have to stand up, and then the kids that don't have the potatoes, they are sitting down. But then they ask the question. So let's say the question is like, what fruit do you like? Then the kids with potatoes, I'll make them one by one, answer. So it'd be like, I like apples. Then he sits down. Okay, good job. Next, I like oranges. Good job. Okay. And so these are just some ping pong balls I use. I carry these around in my backpack. This is the only preparation you need, because most classrooms and stuff will have music and all that. And yeah, so it's very simple. Yeah. And that's the whole game. It's very useful because it can be used for almost anything, yeah? Any kind of Q&A pretty much. I would recommend though that you don't use this for lessons too often, because it's one of those games you can kind of get used to, because it's so simple and it's it's fun, yeah, it is fun, but I wouldn't use it more than max 5 times in a school year. Oh well. Yeah, five times maybe. So I would spread it out throughout the year. What I use it for is like a go-to. Oh man, for a lesson like this, I can't really think of something that applicable in terms of games, because games, thinking about games in general for a lesson is really difficult. And so I like to use like interview game and the hot potato as my go-to. Okay, well, I haven't actually used these games in a while. I guess I can use it for today. It's a fallback. Kids can get tired of things pretty quickly. And that's the good thing though, that these games are so widely applicable, because they're both simple, right? The interview game, you just print one piece of paper, make 100 copies, boom, you're dead. Or boom, you're dead. Boom, you're done. Sorry, too many, Overwatch. But and then you got the ping pong balls, and that's all you need. You don't even need ping pong balls. One of my schools actually has little vegetables made out of plastic, so we actually have small potatoes. It just depends on your school. You can use whatever you want. I guess you could use markers. That'd be a little sad. I think it's worth going out of the way to just buy your own ping pong balls. You could buy a set for $1 or something, and then you're set for the entire school year. That's good. So just do that. I think it's the best option. And yeah, that's all there is to it. It's just a simple game. Yeah, just music start, the kids are passing. Try to make sure though you spread out the balls right. Here, let me. Alright, so here's the classroom, and some kids kind of wander past, so I might just be quiet for half a second, let them go through without them hearing me talk to myself. But anyway, so here's the classroom, right? So when you play the game, you want them to sit, as big of a circle as you can, just to fill up the room. And you want to distribute maybe at first 3 ping pong balls, depending on your size, but you just want to start out with a few, and then increase them as the game progresses. It adds a little bit more excitement to the game, because let's face it, passing some balls around and then standing up is not the funnest concept to keep going with, unless you do something, right? And this is actually just enough. So I start out with 3. I'll do one here, one over here, one over here, so they're all sitting in this big circles, keep them spread out. And they pass the balls along and stuff, but some kids might fool around, some might hold them for even just 10 whole seconds or something. He's like, oh, I'm the funny kid, and blah, blah, blah. Anyway, the pace of the balls will eventually, most likely, will collect in one area, and then whenever it's being passed around, 3 people will stand from one side of the circle. But just keep throwing in the balls one at a time. So what I'd like to do is, okay, round 1 finished, throw in another ball. Round 2 finished, throw in another ball. And then I'll have 6 balls at maximum. Don't throw in too many, otherwise half the class is standing and it just takes forever for one round to end. It's just really weird. That's all you really need to know though. Yeah, just have some ping pong balls ready. And you can obviously, just like any game, add in your own twists and stuff. I try to do things where I put like points on the balls and they're actually sitting in teams, but they could sit however they want strategically. So like maybe the teams would just all sit together to maximize like, okay, this whole side is one team, or they might spread out to try and collect as many balls as they could, stuff like that. So normally, when you play hot potato, they try not to like want the ball, but in this one, they want the ball. So just stuff like that. I only did it once just as an experiment. It was okay, but it's the thing that I like. The thing I like is when you get an idea and you try to expand upon it, and that's just one example I wanted to show you guys. It was not bad or anything. Just maybe it was overly complicated. It was fun anyway. Keep it simple. Don't make your games a little or too complicated or anything. So yeah, that is hot potato. All right, so let me know what you think. This is a pretty easy game. It's very applicable to many things, and it kind of sucks if the kids are very wild. And you'll know what I mean by that. You'll have the kids that are always going to be like, oh my God, we don't care. We're going to mess around and throw the balls everywhere. But besides those classes, yeah, it's a pretty nice game. So let me know what you think. Write down in the comments below, subscribe, like, all that. All right, I'll see you guys in the next lesson.